Hi there, thanks for stopping by. In our family, we drink a lot of coffee, but to be honest, I endure the coffee so that I can drink the creamer. I actually love the coffee creamer, but so many of the coffee creamers that you buy in the store are just loaded with things that are not good for you or extra things that are not necessary. So I'm going to share with you just a real basic coffee creamer recipe that you can experiment with and add other ingredients to make whatever flavors you like. And I'm going to share with you some of our favorites, so let's get experimenting. Okay, the base mixture that we'll use for all of the recipes are 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk and 1 3/4 cup of the milk of your choice. I have half and half. You can use heavy cream, whole milk, 2% skim milk, whatever you like. And we also will need vanilla. And the vanilla amounts will be different for each recipe that we'll use. But first of all, we're going to make French vanilla. And I already have my milk measured out here. So we'll go ahead and put our sweetened condensed milk in here. Want to make sure you get all of that. This gives it the richness and the sweetness that you need. And then we'll add our milk. And I'm not going to make a whole batch of French vanilla. I'm going to cut this in half and I will put them in these jars and just label them. So we'll go ahead and mix this really well. And before you use the creamers, just shake them. We do that with the store-bought ones too. So, okay, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla. The first batch will be, or so, will be French vanilla. It's done. Well, let me taste it. Yum. It tastes like ice cream mix. So I'll go ahead and put that in here, half of it. And then the other half, we're just going to do one thing to make it sugar cookie. And we're going to add almond extract. Only going to add 1/4 teaspoon because almond extract is very strong. The almond is pretty subtle, but it's enough that you have that sugar cookie taste. So we'll go ahead and put that in another jar. And then we'll go on to our next batch. Okay, we'll go ahead and make up another batch of the base. We're going to make pumpkin spice and peppermint mocha. One really nice thing about making your own creamer is that you don't have to drink it seasonally. Sometimes you can't find the creamers that you like except during that season. So now we'll add our milk again. And this time we're just going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla because we have so many other flavors going on. Or so. Now when you're adding sauces or spices or cocoa or anything like that, you can actually heat it in a saucepan on the stove real gently, just until it's all incorporated together, and then let it cool and put into the jars. But it's not necessary. You could also put it in a blender if you needed to. Half of it in here. And then for the pumpkin spice, we'll add 3 tablespoons of pumpkin puree. Not pumpkin pie filling, but pumpkin puree. 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. And 1 to 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Now this is optional, and you can just add as much as you want for extra sweetness. And then just remember, shake the container before you serve it. Okay, now let me try that. That's the best pumpkin spice creamer I have ever had. It is delicious. Okay, so we'll go ahead and pour that into our container. I'll put a link below where I got these on Amazon. They're really nice for dressings or for coffee creamers. Okay, let me go ahead and clean this up and then we'll get to our last one, the mocha or peppermint mocha. Okay, and then for the mocha creamer, which my friend calls chocolate milk, you'll need to add 2 tablespoons of a chocolate syrup or 1 tablespoon of a cocoa, and that is to a full recipe. But remember, we only have half a recipe, so we're going to cut that in half. And then to change it up, if you want to make a peppermint mocha, you add just 1 little drop of peppermint oil, or like 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of peppermint extract. Peppermint oil it has to be food safe, but it's very, very strong. So you do not want more than 1 teeny little drop. It might be a good idea to put it in something else and then mix it in. And if you want to have a chocolate caramel, you can add caramel syrup or caramel sauce. Puree makes a syrup also. You could add that, but then those actually have added ingredients. So if you don't want those, just simply use cocoa powder. And if you want the peppermint mocha, a drop of peppermint oil. Super simple. So I'm going to go ahead and use the sauce here, and I'm going to add 1 to 2 tablespoons. For a full recipe, it would be about 1/3 cup. Yep, looks like chocolate milk. My tiny little 1 drop. This is what we use for candy making. Taste that. I'm going to add. Nope, now it's hitting me. At first I didn't think I noticed the peppermint oil, but yep, it's perfect. Yum. Now, once again, we'll put it into our container. And these ingredients are only good as long as the date on the milk product that you use. So I wouldn't normally make this many because we wouldn't go through them all unless we're having a get together. And we do have a couple gatherings in the next week, so they will be fine for that. So I hope that you'll try these creamers. Let me know which one is your favorite. Okay, we have our French vanilla, our sugar cookie, our pumpkin spice, and our peppermint mocha. And remember I told you the pumpkin spice was, really yummy? It's because I put double the ingredients, because I was only supposed to do half the ingredients because it was just a half a batch. So it's still delicious. We're going to keep it. So let me know which ones are your favorite. And like I said, experiment adding whatever ingredients you like and whatever milk you like, whatever milk product you like. So I hope that you'll come back again. Check out the recipe and instructions down below and make this. You'll love it. See you soon. Bye now. Oh, I forgot to tell you, it's also good for cold brew. These work great for cold brew or hot coffee. See ya. Tablespoon of vanilla. The first batch will be or so. Extract is very strong, so this is a 1/2 teaspoon here, but whoa, too much. Oops. Messy. I don't think I ever cook without making a mess of some sort. Or so.